I mean, I know that my slightly extended family over the years were definitely against everything I did.
Yeah.
I was 100% the black sheep of the family. It's like, अच्छा मेरी बेटी ना आपकी बेटी से बातें नहीं करेगी या इसके साथ दोस्ती नहीं करेगी. And that night when I came, the day it released, I was out, and when I came home, he saw that interview, he cried, and he said, I never knew you went through all this. So when I say that I really didn't let them get affected by my absolute lows, I genuinely meant it. I'll tell you honestly, okay, so the first person I ever brought home, my father was like, I am not really sure about this, what is up with you? So I remember telling him, I said, listen, I can guarantee you that right now I'm not looking at a future or anything. He's just my boyfriend, I'm young, so don't worry, breathe in, breathe out. You keep telling me whatever you need to warn me about, but I'm just gonna break up with him because you are wary of him.
Two, 3 years ago, when I had interviewed Nusrat Bharucha, she had said something very wonderful. She had said, all that I am today and all that I am going to be is because of my mother. Today we have Nusrat Bharucha with her mother for the first time joining us for a conversation only on Dear Mom for Pink Villa. Thank you, both of you. Tasneem ma'am, thank you so much. Nusrat, thank you so much for getting this done. It is always lovely because मेरा काम ऐसे हो जाता है तुमको बोलने पे. I will start by asking this, that कैसी मतलब बच्ची कैसी थी? How was she as a child? Was she a brat? Was she a very studious, good child?
She was not a brat at all. She was a very obedient girl, and she was very sweet and she was very introvert. Let me tell you this.
What?
She never used to yeah, and only our friends, not her age friends at all. But she was a very, very cute and very, very dire picture. Very cool.
Can I give you one small little gossip?
Please do.
So, I was the only person in the entire family who refused to be in a picture. I hated being in front of.
Yes. And she would make funny faces so that we don't take her pictures. See? And she would do that. And she would cry if I would take her pictures. She would refuse to take her pictures.
What?
I used to throw.
Yes. She was very shy when she was small.
Also my dressing. You want to tell him about my dressing?
Dressing was horrible.
Horrible?
Yeah. She would refuse to wear whatever I used to buy for her. No, I don't. And she used to wear home clothes. घर के कपड़े पहनती थी, बाहर से लेके आती तो नहीं पहनना है मुझे.
My mom took me shopping one day. I remember I had to go for a party, and I used to only wear those amma type long dresses and all that. So my mom is like, you're such a cute little girl. Why don't I take you and make you wear like a nice short skirt and a crop top? And I refused to come out of the changing room only. I said, what? I said, what is this? My legs are like naked. I can't walk out like this. Imagine that.
You know, it is so beautiful. But I want to know, बचपन में मार बार पड़ा है इसको कभी ऐसा? Do you remember any?
क्या झूठ बोल रहे हैं?
No. I hated this because this is what I've learned from my parents. My dad never raised a hand on all our kids, and that is the only thing that I've taught her also. That कितना भी गुस्सा करो, किसी पे भी हाथ नहीं उठाना. मुंह से बोलो ना जो बोलना है. हाथ मैंने नुसरत पे एक ही बार किया था.
सिर्फ पढ़ाई के चक्कर में यार. मतलब
my husband used to pinch her.
Maths, like he would sit next to me and he would be like, how do you not know the answer to this? Quickly tell me the answer. I'm like, answer now.
No, and I would sit next to them so that he doesn't hit her. I used to be with them so that he doesn't touch her at all.
Because ruler से मारता.
But बचपन में कभी एक ऐसा incident, any funny incident do you remember, like both of you, like which involved both of you? Or maybe
that dress I wore to this one's birthday.
Oh, that was my.
Right now, recently we were talking about it. Oh God.
She had her what was that dress in her school drama dress she had worn. Okay, and just a week later.
So the theater, I mean the performance, the play was called Twin Sisters. Okay, and we were princesses in the theater. So they had made this theater. You know how stylists are. मतलब बच्चे थे हम यार. So they gave us this
ugly looking thing, you know,
the sequence, long gown type thing. Where of course it's for stage. I mean you can't wear it in normal life. But cut to my mother now.
After a week was my brother's first daughter's birthday. and I had got a very pretty dress for her, and she refused to wear that. And she said, "I'm going to wear that gown only." And she wore that horrible dress she wore. And she came for the party, and she was so stubborn. She was crying and throwing tantrums. And no, I want to wear this only. And finally, she wore that dress.
It's because I felt like a princess in it. So I was like, I want to wear a princess gown.
Everybody was laughing at Nusrat. Everybody was laughing at Nusrat.
I look like a fool.
I was so well dressed, and she was like, "Oh God."
But I also want to know, ma'am, when she was like in her teens or maybe in the first year of college and stuff, did you have curfew time for her? Was there any rules or set regulations?
No.
My
Not
parents and
Not
my
that. But never listen to us.
सच्चा बता देने दो मेरे को, please. My parents have gone backwards. So when I was in school, I remember they were very, very confident about, it's okay. Go out with your friends. Go to this one's house. Go to that one's house. Doesn't matter. We went as kids in the 10th standard from Juhu to town for bowling, and my mom said, "Cool. Go by train. It's cool." And I'm like, my parents are damn chill. They're damn cool. They're okay with it. Late night films. Yeah, okay. Suddenly, when I came into college after my second year or something, no, you got to be home by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it was little. We were a little worried because
I'm like, how?
she was traveling to town alone, coming back home late alone. So we were a little worried. She being
So
a
deadlines
girl,
came later. Initially, I was given a lot of shoot, and then suddenly, abhi deadline ho gaya. I'm like, अच्छा okay.
How important was it for you to make sure that, to balance being modern and also keep the sanskar and all the the values that we have in
it was very difficult for me because my parents were from a very conservative family. So it was very difficult for me to manage both ends, as to sort of, convince my parents that please let my daughter do what she wants to do. It was very difficult for me, but somehow we managed, and that is why she's here. What she is here is only because of us, I think.
But I've said this, man. I mean, I know that my slightly extended family over the years were definitely against everything I did.
Yeah.
I was 100% the black sheep of the family. It's like, अच्छा मेरी बेटी ना आपकी बेटी से बातें नहीं करेगी या इसके साथ दोस्ती नहीं करेगी because I don't know, you might change my daughter's mind and make her. I was like, I'm just
because
trying
we
to
have
pursue a career.
We've always given her freedom, like we've never objected to whatever she was doing. This career also she chose, it was her choice. We've not stopped her in that also. But my parents were like always pushing me that no, she's a girl, you should not let her do this, you should not let her do that. And my side family, all my sisters, brothers, they're all very conservative.
Yeah.
But somehow I managed, I convinced
So
my
that
parents.
front my mother handled. And my idhar wala front, which is my dad's front, my dad never handled it. My grandmother handled. So my dadi is actually the one who said, let her do what she wants. घर का इकलौता बच्चा है, उसको करने दो. उसको परेशान मत करो आप लोग. So yeah, I had two women support me in my life. Do you know when my father saw Choti Choti Peg? You remember Choti Choti Peg, the song? Right?
Oh.
So I had not told them anything about the song. So I was just like, you know what? मेरे को गाली नहीं चाहिए, तो आप पहले shooting कर लो. They'll see in the end. तो फिर घर पे मैंने बताया भी नहीं कि अच्छा गाना रिलीज हुआ है. घर पे मैं आई रात को from promotions पता नहीं क्या कर रहे थे हम. And on the big TV, my mother and father are sitting and they've played Choti Choti Peg and I'm just like, I'm gonna die. So my father turns to me in slow motion, Nayan, and he says, is that a bra? And I'm like, it's a bralette. There's a difference. I'm like, how do I get out of this one? Oh my God.
What was your first reaction when you saw her on screen on like celluloid, in a film?
That she should tell me. I don't know. I've never asked
We
her
were
this
very
question.
happy. We were very happy. Both of us, me and my husband, had gone for a first, episode, first show shooting. And we were so happy, we were so proud of her. And I said, I'll never stop her from doing this now. It's her this is what she wants, and she take it ahead.
So my mother was the person who did this to me when I was really young. There was this one thing in the building, kuch ek fancy dress competition or
Very
something.
small.
Like a talent show thing. So
Yeah.
it's like bring your kids and let's see who has what talent. Somebody will sing, somebody will dance. My mother was like, my daughter has to win something.
Not to win, participate. So she was a Hawaiian dancer, okay? And I had stitched her clothes at home. I made her wear, I did
One second.
everything.
Can you say what she made the skirt out of?
That's supposed to be from the leaves, yeah? It's supposed to be that.
She gave me a leaf
Yeah,
skirt.
Hawaiian dancer.
No. Nayan,
But it was very
those
pretty.
leaves were those patla like that.
That
So
is
I'm just
what-
like, I'm like, what am I going to wear inside? So
I think we'll have to send this picture.
She made me look. I felt like a complete fool. I said,
No.
I am not going out like that. So do you know what I did in like rebellion? My rebellion. This is my rebellion. Anand. I've gone on stage when the whole society is sitting, there are judges sitting, and cute flowers here, like a nice leaf skirt. I'm sitting in. I didn't say a word.
That's because she was a very shy girl.
No, and I was very angry. I said, what is this outfit? So I just froze. I went on stage and I just stood like this. And I said, I'm not going to smile. I'm not going to say anything. My mother said, just smile. Like, no, I didn't do it.
Okay, on that note, we'll move on to our next segment, which is called Up Close and Personal, where we'll discuss the bond that you share, the personal bonding that you guys have. She said that there was a lot of talk about her height. How did you guys deal with it? And how did you feel bad at that point because it was bothering her and she was so young? Like 12, 13, like 14, 15 is not an age to get bullied. It is a kind of bullying. So yeah, did it bother you, ma'am?
I don't think so.
Because my mom is my height.
Yeah, because we both are the same height. And I never had that issue at all. So I said, it's fine.
True.
You have got so many other things from me. Why look only at the height? You be happy whatever God has given. It's fine. Should be always be happy.
Yeah. Loveliest thing about her is that in this industry where we speak today so much about nepotism, there are also people who are making it on their own accord, and she's one of them. And how proud do you feel of her, because she has had no filmy backing. She's doing whatever she's doing completely on her own. Does it make you even prouder?
Of course, very much. We always tell her that whatever that you have earned is on your own, and you've really worked hard, and we are very happy for that because you know where you stand. So that's very important. And she's gone through a very, very hard time.
True.
At time when she used to come home after shoot, she'd be crying, tired, exhausted, and all sort of things. But she's managed everything, and we are very proud of her. And she's really managed it very well. I say that to say that.
Nusrat, you actually have managed it really well. When you used to face those rejections, did you ever bring it home? Did it ever bog you down? Because it's not been easy for you, so to say. Whatever you have achieved today is a result of a lot of hard work and effort that you have put in getting it. Today, people talk about you and people think that, oh, she's doing such wonderful work. But there was a time when you were, despite being so talented even back then, that you had your fair share of struggle, right?
No, it was not possible for me to bring it home. Yeah, I mean, if you just look at, I can talk about it now because people are a little receptive of these things now. But I have an old grandmother, I have a father, I have a mother. I don't have anybody else in the house, and I'm the only child, and I'm a girl child. So they are already really on tender hooks. Ke iska kya hoga? Matlab, so when I take off from home for auditions and I come back home, I can't tell them that, hi, I didn't make it through a single audition. I just tell them I had a good day. I did my bit. I'm home. I'm going to eat food, watch some TV and sleep. Because I knew at any point if I start telling them how difficult it is for me, by their basic nature and care, they'll pull me out of it. And they'll say, don't put yourself through this. You don't have to. I could have honestly done anything else and they would have supported me. But I didn't want to burden them with it. I really couldn't. I just couldn't. So
that's true.
They actually didn't know. My granny, my father, and my mother, all three. I think the reason I've been able to be sane and normal through this entire thing is they have not ever expected me to excel at something. They have not put this burden of pressure on me of saying, they have not done it. Extended family has, my other colleagues have, friends and relatives have, but three of them in the house have not done that. In fact, if, for example, tomorrow if I say, hi, okay, you know what, I can't do this anymore, I'm physically, mentally drained, I don't want to do this, all three of them will tell me, sit at home, chill, let's eat food, let's cook, let's party.
I always tell her,
there is
not getting
no
work, don't
problem.
get too worked up, just let it be.
Yeah.
Just see that at least we are there, you have a nice house, you have a good family, bas, enough.
And just that assurance, Nayan, just that peace of mind and calmness every time I come home is enough for me to wake up the next morning and go back in the grind and say, it's okay, I'm cool, I'm just going to do this. So I don't even think they realize, but that is the support they've given.
You know, there was a point of time I had read this interview of yours where you had spoken about the darkest phase of your career and your life, where you had panic attacks and anxiety attacks. How did you deal with it? And did that bother your family? When did it reach to your family? How long did it take for you to open up to your family?
Do you know, my father saw that interview, and that night when I came, the day it released, I was out, and when I came home, he saw that interview, he cried, and he said, I never knew you went through all this. So when I say that I really didn't let them get affected by my absolute lows, I genuinely meant it. But you know, with family, there's this thing that they sense it.
Yeah,
they
always.
Whether I say it in words or not, they've always sensed that there's something not okay
Not
with
right.
her today or tonight.
But we just leave it. We don't sort of pressurize anything. We don't do anything. Just let her be. The next day again, she's back to normal.
It's because they know that I take my time when I come back. But in those days, Nayan, for me, the only thing that really kept me going was the fact that I would wake up to them. I would wake up to them. They would be having their chai, talking about aaj ye hua, aaj wo hua, like very normal, simple life. It's been my grounding. It's just been my anchor through it. It's the normalcy of my house and people in it.
We used to have these conversations that, you know, who I think she should be dating and all. आप दोनों के बीच में ऐसे conversations हुए? Because of course you're like a friend to her. So did she ever discuss boyfriends with you?
Yes.
See, I didn't even have to
I'm
prompt
the
her.
only one who knows certain things about her.
Oh.
Maybe she shares.
How do you react to them? Like, is there a basic necessity or something that you look for? Ki no, the guy you date should at least have this much. Like, have these qualities.
Yeah, that of course I do. But then it's her choice. I don't sort of burden her too much with my ideas and thoughts. So then I leave it up to her. She's the best judge. And
have you introduced your boyfriends to your mother? Like, have they met? What was the reaction? You tell me. I want to know from you.
I can tell you, she should tell you.
No, let's not say.
I want to know from you.
We're pointing at each other. See, now obviously he's an ex now, so that's why there's a little bit of a whatever here. But I'll tell you what. Every single time I've introduced my mom to my boyfriend, I've always maintained one simple fact, even with my father. I said, I know their minds are going to go straight to, अच्छा शादी कब करो? मतलब second question तो ये आने वाला है. So I have first only in every meeting said, सुनो, ये अभी के लिए मेरा boyfriend नहीं है. अगर हम successful हो गए तो शादी कर लेंगे. But अगर नहीं हुए तो इसके लिए you will have to be acceptable that we will not get married, and it's okay. Like he's my partner right now in this journey, and maybe he'll not be tomorrow, which is okay. So that's one thing that I've always said every time I made them meet a boy. Now she can answer the rest.
Yeah,
everything she said. But yeah, we do get upset, but that because we want her to settle down now. So
now, no. Since I don't know how many years they want me to settle down. Now, it's rubbish.
No, I think she's a girl, so and we being parents, we're always worried that she should settle down.
शादी की बात फिर घर में हो रही है मतलब. How does she react?
बहुत सालों से मैं उसको बहुत प्यार से और खींचे जा रही हूँ, चिपकाने जा रही हूँ.
आप नहीं खींचने देंगे. Now बस.
Like अब करा के रहेगी. Which you and I both know.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'm in your team in this at least.
Thank you.
No.
Of course.
Yeah, she's going to get married very soon. Don't worry. We are going to push her now. That's enough.
Yeah.
We've given her enough time, and now she has to listen to us.
If Pinkvilla puts the highlights, I will kill all of them.
कि कभी if you date somebody who your parents don't like, how will you either convince them or will you stop dating that person?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll stop dating him because of just that. But I'll tell you honestly, okay, so the first person I ever brought home, my father was like, I am not really sure about this. What is up with you? So I remember telling him, I said, listen, I can guarantee you that right now I'm not looking at a future or anything. He's just my boyfriend. I'm young. So don't worry. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep telling me whatever you need to warn me about. But I'm just going to break up with him because you are wary of him. So I'll give them time to kind of,
bond. Yeah, which is nice.
Bond, yeah.
The best thing is that we have always heard about your story, your journey, it's good to know that your mom and your dad and your grandmother has been an equal part to that journey, you know, made equal sacrifices to see you where you have reached, and it's heartwarming. Thank you for this conversation. It was a lovely, lovely conversation. Thank you for doing this, ma'am.
Thank you so
I
much.
can't thank you enough, actually.
It was nice talking to you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Nayan.
much.